Hello everyone. I'm making this video at the end of January and I'm thinking that there might be some of you where your New Year's resolution is just about to start to waver a little bit. In this video, we're going to talk about how to set goals the smart way and how to set yourself up for success. A good way to set goals is to think of the word SMART. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. And we'll walk through each one of those and discuss how it pertains to personal finance. Specific. So what exactly are you going to accomplish? For example, you wouldn't say, I want to eliminate my debt. It's just too vague. Rather, you would say, I want to pay off $1,000 from my Alaska Airlines Visa card. Second, measurable. What metrics will you use to track your progress? Is it something that's trackable? For example, you wouldn't just say, I want to get better with my money. How would you even gauge that? Rather, you'd say, I want to increase my emergency fund to 3 months of savings. Achievable, also attainable. Is your goal actually possible? And is your goal possible within the time frame that you set? For example, you wouldn't say, I want to pay $2,000 per month towards my debt when you make $3,000 per month and all your other bills tie up your money. Fourth, relevant. Does this goal align with your other overarching financial goals? For example, if your long-term goal is to save for a house by next year, you won't want to divert all your money towards a vacation fund. And time-bound. When is the deadline? Or better yet, when are multiple check-in points for reaching your goal? So, for example, you wouldn't have an open-ended, I want to lose weight or save money or pay off debt with no timeline in mind. Rather, you'd say, by July 1st, I want to have lost 10 pounds, or by September 1st, I want to have enough saved to purchase a new car. So let's look at some examples of other SMART goals you might have. So you might say, I want to save up $849 for a new iPhone 12 by June. Or I want to save 20% of my pay towards retirement by the end of the year. And maybe you gradually increase your savings rate over time so you can barely feel the difference. Some other tips for goals are to first write them down. Don't just think about a goal and commit in your mind that you're going to do it. Maybe jot it down on a piece of paper. Or better yet, set up reminders calendar in your phone. Tip number 2, reward yourself. Give yourself a reason to be excited and keep you motivated. Maybe it's treating yourself to a nice dinner once you reach your goal. Third, make it automatic. If there are any things you can do to put your goals on autopilot, do it. For instance, if you can set up an automatic transfer out of your checking account into your car fund savings account or your emergency fund savings account. And the last tip, consider breaking larger size goals into smaller pieces. Creating measurable sub-goals can help keep momentum. Next, we're going to look at a real-life example. And for this, I'm going to show you a credit card calculator on bankrate.com. All right, so let's look at, let's say you have a credit card balance of $2,000. And let's just say your interest rate is 18. And let's say that your minimum payment is 2% of your balance. So if we calculate that, we'll see that it will take you 289 months to be rid of that debt. And in that time, you'll pay $4,396 in interest. So let's say that we had a goal that we wanted to have that $2,000 credit card balance paid off in 12 months. What we can do is change the fixed payment amount and set that to an amount that we were comfortable with paying. So let's say we're going to do $100. In this example, it will take you 24 months to get rid of that debt. And in the end, you'll have paid $395 in interest. Now let's say that our goal was to get it paid off in 6 months. Well, how much would it take to pay off that $2,000 credit card balance in 6 months? So if we play with the numbers, we'll see that it's around $375 to get it paid off in 6 months. So you need to ask yourself, is that realistic? Do I actually have enough money in my from my income to afford a $375 monthly payment. And if the answer to that's no, then you might want to set that goal to a more realistic number. So let's say you could do $200 a month instead. So at $200 a month, we ended up having it paid off in 11 months and only paying $183 in interest. That's all I had for you today. I hope this is helpful. What are your money goals? And is there a way you can apply this smart way of thinking towards achieving your money goals?